What's up, guys? This is Aaron Truth with KOFXS. You can call me Aaron or you can call me Truth. I'm known by both names. So we're going to be doing some more chart replays. This time we're going to be doing on the NZDJPY pair. I wanted to find something that's trying to find one that have a lot of, just no direction if it can. I mean, it's just, what I mean? Something a little crazy. And I want to use what I call the RSAI strategy. Now, it entails me going through different time frames. I won't be going through different time frames. It's going to be things not able to check. So I'm only taking them based on what I can see on the 1 hour chart. So even though, yeah, I'm using the RSAI, it will be limited. So, there were some mistakes that I'm probably going to make that it's avoidable only if I'm allowed to check the higher or the lower time frame. So, but we're just going to go if we're trading by just one and not looking at any other time frames. Okay. Now, right now, this is trading. This came here. Here's the spike. It made a drop, right? This put it through the cloud. So when I see this happen, when it actually arrives on the other end of the cloud, my mind's thinking, it's going to fall. It's going to drop. It's going to fall, right? It's going to fall. But what happens is the buyers and sellers haven't realized that yet. So they're it's still this struggle. People are thinking, man, pull back, maybe buy here, and you have this sideways pattern. But really the price wants to continue going up, but cannot continue going up due to the fact that there just aren't enough. The buyers are not coming into the trade. They may be holding the trade. Now there are buyers holding the trade, but there are no new buyers coming in to get the trade to go up even more because they're already in position. So now likewise, what this does is it creates a trade imbalance where most of the people that are into the trade are on one side. And when they get overloaded with those holders on one side, they can get overcome by the new orders coming in to sell. They can't combat it. And when they can't combat those sell, they start going backwards. They start doing this sort of thing. They're not rising. They're kind of coming down. It's doing all this sort of stuff here. And they're having to close their position. And closing their position, they create the selling pressure. Okay. And then more sellers come in because they're like, hey, this is where it's going. Seeing this is good. It's near the top of the bearish harmonic pattern. My concern is this being a double top, a double bottom, right, with a harmonic attached to it. But what makes me think that this might actually drop from here, okay, is the fact that this is inside the cloud. Okay, that button is inside the cloud, and it's inside a red cloud. So the chances of this being filled, which it was filled, but I mean, like when I say up here, now this is filled according to harmonics. I trade them up to here. It doesn't cover this area. It falls back down. It goes right. Does a very good job at really, closing it for the harmonic teacher side, but not for the RSAI side, right? And it does this. Now, you see that this area is flat. What does this tell you? Price is going to be drawn toward the line. Okay, you're not going to expect price to really take off, especially when it's just got above. It comes up and then it retests. I call it jumping the river. So it's kind of like a river. Then the green begins to start. But this green could not really mean anything. This could collapse because of the way this entered. This entered the trade the wrong way. These candles went straight up and hit this. Like it's like punch. But what happens when something punches? It drops back down. So there's a big chance that this could fall back at least inside the cloud, if not continue here because of the harmonic, and get outside the cloud. Get outside the cloud, and then you got to deal with this level that used to be support, now resistance, and it could get stuck. Now, there's a line here. These are all the things that just trying to give you all things kind of go through my head. The line here, this gets broken. I mean, you're in a short position. Short it here. My best idea really is to really short here. But if you miss it, you can wait for, if you want to wait for confirmation, you can wait for it to come down here. All these would be drawn in. You know, normally I would have all these like drawn up here. And matter of fact, let me put this one in because this was going to disappear. Okay, you can see that visually. Can't miss it. You know, easily seen. This was filled. And this was actually kind of a bull charge, a bear charge a little bit. See the angle of this pattern here? It causes the price to go up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like do this crazy up and down in a short space of time kind of movement. Created a bullish harmonic in the process. Bullish harmonic, got its fill, according to harmonic teachers. My fill was actually the top of this point. They always get to the top of the point, whether now or later, they always cover it. This came down, and it came down all the way past this point. See, same thing for the bears. So it got fulfilled all the way, even according to RSAI. So, I would be taking a short trade at this point here. And we'll see how it goes. That's the level, which is about, you know, right there. That's that level there. Let's see how this works out. Speed. Yeah. Okay. This happens. Price will spike, right? But I don't worry about that. I didn't put my stop loss. My stop loss is either this level, right here. You can see that strong area of resistance. And the next level is right here. At the new Gartley pattern. All right, I'm not drawing in. I'll leave it, but let's go. In the short, I'm still holding. Or sometimes if this goes, it depends on how many pips this is. Let's see, that was, didn't pass 25 pips, so I'm still in the trade. So if I'm still in the trade, I mean, really, I would like to close it and just get in right here. But whatever, I'll leave it. If it goes past the 25 pips, I'll do a re-entry. But I'm expecting it to respect this line right here. That this high right here should not be passed. If it's passed, you're definitely going to be buying it. But it shouldn't be passed. It can do it, and it has a wick. That's fine. A wick is not going to make me buy it. I'm still in the short. All right, now it did that. Then I would have taken the position over and have my stop at this point. So the short was retaken. Whoops. Retaken due to that. Or you can stretch out. I would have stretched out the stop loss to be that bar. Either or. 3 options you can do. So we're good. We're good. We're in profit. Now, I always expect to see when this comes over, if it's going to even stay, to jump the river. See how it's like a flat, and there's like a base right here, and this is land over here, okay? Always jumps the river. 9 times out of 10. This trend's really strong and won't touch it. This depends on how strong it is or how weak. You want to see if it touches that land on the other side. If it doesn't, continue up higher. There's an opportunity right there. Look, another opportunity. If you in late and you didn't see all that, you got a double top. Bounce up, got caught. Yep, there it is. In the short. Beautiful. Did it break this or it left it open? Will it come back up? It's going to get hit. See how it broke that line? Now this is another one. And it's angled downwards, so the chances of it filling is lower. This is what happened. Just, yeah. It's going to do this. Yeah. And this is what we see. This is exactly what's going to be happening in the New Zealand dollar today. It's at that peak. It's at that top. And it's going to be just like this. Exactly like this. Kind of fake you out. Like, am I going down? Am I going down? And it is going down. So when you see those spikes, you short it, okay? And look at this. You're in the trade and you're already... You're at 123 pips right now.
Are you a trader? Then you'll love Connect One Forex Signals, a leading signal service dedicated to providing the best trading entries and exits for traders. We have the highest reward to risk ratio in the industry, and our pips gain is as high as 1,200 pips in one trade. You don't need to do anything, just set it and forget it. We'll do all the heavy lifting. We also teach how to trade successfully using what we call the RSAI blueprint strategy. Our strategy is based on harmonics, but we also use them in other ways besides just buying and selling to target. Receive signals, learn new techniques and innovative trading systems to bring you to a new level of training and profitability with Connect One Forex Signals. Sign up for a free trial at connect-1-forex-signals.multiscreensite.com or join our Telegram group at t.me/KOFXS group for group chat.
And it's gonna do this. Now we know these run. So when they get on a roll, man, yen pairs go far, okay? Yen pairs go far. So at 189 pips, 200 pips, 233 pips in 3 days. That's good. Yeah, that's really good. That's a fast moving trend. Now it's bounced on a 234. Now, I'm waiting for a harmonic pattern to show. It didn't, so typically it'll form a double bottom, you know, harmonic pattern. So now it's 242, 265. Okay. Now we got a double bottom on the hour, going by the hour chart. So once that formed, you get out the trade. I'll just close the trade, 264. Also, I'm using my fibs speed fan. And I'll teach you guys that. Use the speed fan. Most recent high, significant high, and the most recent low. So it would be right here, and it's right at that border. You could stay in this trade because of this, and then you have, this is an area of resistance. This 382 is resistance also. You have a double bottom. I mean, if it does this, I'd be out the trade. So yeah, let's see if I could have gotten more. But hey, I don't want you to really think about you could have got more. Be glad that you got where you have. Don't start, because then you'll start losing your money that you just made. Respects it, goes inside, yeah, and passes the 382. Typically that cloud is sort of kind of the 382. Okay, when you see this is that 382 line. 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. Okay, it's crossed inside there, crossed 382, absolutely out of it, absolutely out the trade, double bottom. Actually, if I wasn't in the trade, I would be buying the trade. Let's say I didn't short that, and I just came in right here. Seeing this would make me want to buy, especially when it goes inside here. But this could fall out. So if it falls out, and it may go along this 382 line. But the trend is slowed down a lot. So that's that buy. Still, it's a good buy. It's okay. I'm surprised here. Still in there. Then it ends up on top. It could go through this doorway. There's a doorway here. Goes through the doorway. Nope, because you can't punch through. You can go through the doorway. So it fell down. You know, you're out of the trade. If it goes up there and then you didn't sell when it went back inside, which is what you should do. When you go back inside, you always sell. Falls out of here, you can sell. So if you went in a trade and you see it fall out, you can sell. This would be if it goes back to your, like the thing right there, whatever. So now this has gone through the doorway, which is just on top now. So you can buy this trade. If you didn't buy here or buy the breakdown kind of sideways thing. Cross here, cross there is a good buy. So it's going sideways. Yeah, so because especially when it goes right back through this is like zigzagging. There maybe could be some more here, or this is the bottom. I don't know. I'm taking it at that based on this. I wouldn't be in a trade yet because this is just kind of funny. Sideways for this long, chances are this thing is ready to head back up. Really good. Nice break. Very good. I'd be in a trade for the buy on the pullback. It's like a 618, 382 area right here. See if it was that was a good trade or not. Let's find out. Now, remember, if you don't know if it's continuing, you got your tool. Oh, and this happened. So now we know we're definitely out. No, not. I'm sorry. Take that back. I'll take that back. No, we're not. We're not definitely out. What we're going to be doing, there's a way to trade this. Hold on. So still bounced off the 25. I'll leave that up. Okay. So now we have a formation of a bearish pattern. All right. Bearish patterns are formed at reversal areas many times. And I'll just help you guys. I'll help you identify this stuff. Okay. At the end of a reversal, okay, whether it's the top or the bottom, when you're at the bottom and it's going to reverse on the bottom, you're going to find harmonics sitting there at the bottom of the trade, of the reversal. That's a sign that this is reversing back up. It's flip-flop for the top of the trade. When the trade has been trending, it has to go to a nice long trend. You want 200, 300, 400, 1,000 pips. A nice good trend, nice healthy little trend. Healthy trends take a while for people to start to accept that it is over. So you're going to have that sideways price action. The more it's traded, the more it's going to go sideways. Like your USD goes sideways for months before it even, I don't know, people just only trade that. I don't see how they can be successful. But anyway, multiple pairs, different personalities. NZDJPY doesn't have as many people as say, GBP AUD or USDJPY or, some of the other pairs, right? So it may not go sideways as long. Be a little more obvious where the pair is headed. Especially when I saw that yank this way. Over and then come down and then yank. Yeah, this is absolutely taking the trade. Glad I did, actually. Look at this. Status inside of 2.5. It's very, very excellent. Now, if I see this form up, let's say I'm in the trade and I see this form up, I'm not getting out of the trade. I'm down here. I'm holding this trade because I don't expect this to fulfill all the way to this point. I expect it to go to about right here, maybe even here, okay, that's fine. Maybe even here, but not actually come to this point. This is what I don't want to be in, is way back here. This is fine. This is fine. Somewhere in that area, it's okay, but it's broken to 382. But if I'm just looking at this that's the thing. There are different scenarios because sometimes people see the setup after it's happened, or sometimes somebody's before the setup. Okay, let's say for instance you just came here and you just stumbled upon this. You better place your order about right here, your buy order right there. Here, your buy limit, breakout, buy stop. Up here, like somewhere outside of this part, somewhere up in here, you want to have that buy order. So let's see which one would trigger for you. Okay, boom, 382, pull back, your buy limit triggers. Now, I don't expect this to fulfill all the way down here. I expect it to be in this area and then take off. That if it does that, that means then you got a healthy trend going. If not, the trend's not ready, get out the trade or whatever, especially if it goes below the cloud. It's broken to 382, but it's come back above. It's in this area of the 5 and the 382. All right, so now this hit this area, like I told you. Right there on that area, right there where the long is. If you were in, then it's below the cloud. But still, it hasn't come down here in this area. And it broke out above it. So look at this breaking. There's a double top. There's a cipher. I believe this is also a double top. And it's broken. Now, if you had your order up top or only, you would have just gotten either almost triggered or just triggered. Came back to retest. Back up here again. Retest again. Okay. So there's a pattern right. There's support right here. Right at the corner of this, there's support going across. This looks good. If you still didn't take it, you can actually see if it holds here. See, it broke there. Now it's inside the cloud. You got to be out the trade. Yeah, going back in the cloud, I mean, can't be in the trade. Will it fulfill? I don't think it's going all the way down. But, we'll see. If not, if so, that means the trend down should continue. But if not, then that means it's over. Now we got a bullish pattern, bounced off a bullish pattern, which is above the cloud. I would expect this to come through about right here and go up to at least here. Failed. It failed right there. Let's see if it reverses. Is it inside the cloud? Please go inside. No, it's cloud is holding. There's not enough momentum. All right, so you're back at your entry down there. Close the trade. And it's broken and it's come down here. All right. That's like that double bottom limit. Let's see if this is, it's probably going to range, just ranging. So yeah, we don't have to, it's not going to continue yet. It's going to be going sideways. If it goes above the cloud, you can take the buy. Now it passes it. So there's more to come. Should be more to come as far as the downward movement. Yeah, I expect it to be down. Up there, here's where you grab your sell limits, right in that curve, right in there. And you don't have much. You don't have much lead. You have a small space to know that it's going to break down. See, you be already out the trade when it goes inside the cloud. Above the cloud is the buy signal, but it's like, this is downward. I would have a sell up here, because look at all this. I mean, it's just ranging. This whole thing is a range. A breakout would be up above here.
Connect One Forex Signal Services allows traders to take advantage of market trends to grow smaller accounts into larger accounts. No need to rush to capture a 50, 100, or 150 pip signal, because KOFXS signals are between 200 and 1200 pips. Here's how it works. When you look at the signal, it'll have an open price, a stop loss, and a target, with additional information about risk-return ratio, potential pips, and explainer video for the trade. If the trade gets stopped out, you can either wait for it to return to the open price, or you can take a second signal that's going to have an even greater return with the same target price. Our special strategy for calculating price targets is what separates us from other services out there. Take advantage of large trend movements and start on your way to success with KOFXS Group. For more details, visit our website or join our Telegram channel for a free trial.
Now shift it up. All right, so I wasn't using my tool. Hold up. Wasn't using my tool. This thing wouldn't move this fast. Well, okay, so I turned that off. I deleted that. All right, so this one threw us off right up in here somewhere. Kind of just give us mixed signals. That's when you start losing money. When a trade is ranging, that's when you start losing money. So you want to wait for breakouts. You want to wait for extreme levels, like let's say, extremely down like this. This where you want to, and then you see ABCD, buy that ABCD, or you can buy here. Here you would have gone past your, and would have hit the cloud and broken down. With the tool, it would have told you to get out right there. Here, let's see the tool with an ABCD pattern. Our tool capped us to 382. Bounced off of it. Bounced off of the 50. We had a 2, 382, and a 50. So it bounced off the 50, came back inside the 382. Back inside the 382 is healthy. Buy that. When it goes back inside the 382, it means it's a good trend. We get 70 pips or so, maybe. Broke out the 382, closed the trade. Then I would take this. Sometimes, gets this way. I would be waiting for a breakout here or breakdown. See, it's starting to get a little wider, the range. If I see this bounce, I would be ready for looking for a short to fall inside the cloud, to come back down to this point. What's the range here? Let's see what the range is. Range is 200 pips. Okay, so you're playing these. I mean, if the range is 200 pips, you can do this. Buying up top, when it gets to this point. Buying at the bottom, selling up top, whatever. Buying low, selling high, and this range is 200 pip range. It's nice. Get that start. Hit the wrong button. So, back in the cloud. Can't do anything when it's in the cloud. Unless you're already in the trade or something. I don't see a breakout. I don't see a breakout. Oh, finally. So bought the breakout. Should be a retest. If it goes back to where you got in, get out the trade. I don't hold on to losing trades. I take the tiny loss, small loss, Nice. All right, so we got something going. We got this nice momentum. If you bought the ABCD pattern at the bottom, you're doing good. The ABCD pattern, you're already up 300 pips. Double top may fall inside, and we'll take that move as a breakdown. Oh, did it go past? Nope, got knocked out. That's good. Maybe the top or a double top. The whole thing double top. Sideways price action. It was following the curve, following this, right? Bounce goes above this area, it's probably going to continue. Especially if it breaks about above this, then it's continue. If not, then it's going to break down. One way or the other. Small retest, fails, bounces, big time. Nice. Yes. Breakout is continuation. 120, and then see if it's going to go further than that before turning around 120. No, should go higher. No, we got more or no? Here and here. Did it break down past the 3? Yep. Past the 3, so I have to be out the trade. I'm just waiting for it to give me the signal, a sell signal. Sometimes I would be like, just getting in early. Gotta be careful with that. Okay, this is good. Now finally back inside the cloud. I do allow trading, but I mean, risky. It's risky. I'd wait for this to actually get below the cloud before I'm doing something. See, it's inside, still controlling it. Oh, that's a double top. All right, so then I'm in the double top. My stops are going to here or here. One of these two. I try to get close to this so that my stop, the determination point is so close. You know what I mean? You can have a higher trade too. Just a double top. Okay, then this form, I have to close. Well, it's small, so I'm still okay because my stop is right up in here. Does it hit the stop? Or if I had to stop here and didn't hit, if I had it down right there, then yeah, it hit. The top of this is where that's it. It's like, now, okay, almost. There we go. That's the breakout. And the breakdown. Retesting, can't get back up. If it can't get back up, you know. Oh, it's confluence. This is area of confluence. Yeah, it's a tight range area. So we just wait. Sideways. So I wanted the NZD. Try this one. That's a breakout, breakdown. So it's going to continue, should continue going. Yeah. I expect these things to trend along. Oh, that's a breakdown. What's below there, you got to be out the trade. Just shook you out. Oh, I didn't see that right there. Oh, jeez. All right, so if I'm coming into this and I see this happening, I'm going to take my chances of short. So when it passes that point, I'm thinking, okay, here, and then my stop loss is right up in here. Like, we're probably going to do one of these things. Just ranging. If I see something else. Now, I can't check other time frames to kind of check my position. I'm I'm just doing it this way. So you're in other trade. This thing goes sideways. This trade's going sideways. Still in the see the stop was right up in there, so still in the short. I didn't even write it down. It's all good. Retest. Inside. Right up in here. Triggered my stop. Yeah, triggered my stop right there. Now, this may form up one of these. Oh, it didn't. Okay. Just thinking, okay, if it goes here, then on this, I mean, I just wouldn't be in a trade. That's what happens with NZD pairs. They tend to go sideways a lot. You know, that's why I picked this one, because I wanted something that would just be tough to trade. And if it goes sideways, it gets frustrating. You want it to trend. You know, we all want these things to trend. Oh, and then here it is. This gets filled. It's already filled. Will it continue? It did continue past this point, but then got smacked down. See, that's, but now it's on the outside of the Ichimoku cloud. Why it stopped, I don't know. Can't be connected. Oh, what, I got a connection issue. So it's on the outside of the cloud. This is going to be support. Support. Did it break down? Broke through a little bit as the last level. Didn't break down the last level. Oh, I didn't see this bearish pattern right here. Now, should leave this open and continue higher. Yes. There we go. And the breakout of here, you can have your buy order, or you see it rebound and come outside the cloud, you can buy that. This would have been a good buy too. Look at this. It's finally getting some movement, or no? Fall back in, you got to get out the trade. Sideways, I'm out the trade. I mean, it's just, because look, the tool would have just shown you gap. There's a gap. Hold on. The tool would have had you out of the trade, back up in here. Bounce, went inside the cloud, out. It goes in the cloud. You see it come out, close outside, and it's outside the cloud. That's a good, you can do that. It's like a weak buy though. It's not like crazy buy. Outside the cloud, you can buy. I mean, you know what I mean? It goes past that area of resistance, you can buy those. And then you might do okay, but this is a gap here. A little trade gap. And the gaps get closed. Almost closed all the way. I think just about closed all the way. Which is a good pullback for you for the gap to get into this trade. You would be making money. So I don't see them too often. 382 had you out. You would have made a little. See, you would have made so little. Look at that. This came back later to finish closing it. It's now stuck on the bottom. You can sell here. Is it much of a sell? It's a good sell. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I like to see 300 pips. Like 300 pips. This is good. We're back in the swing of things, I think. Tool, remember the tool. If you're not sure when to get out. Here to here. 2.5. Oh, sorry. 382. So you got the 0 to 2.5 and 382. Okay. Or the 50. You can wait for either or, but I mean, I found that 382 was pretty accurate. Been telling. I mean, 50 is like you took some loss. I mean, like not loss, but you lost some of your gains. It kind of can go back on you. You can do one of these things. Like if it's down here, you can go all the way back up, and you know you lost a good 15, 20 pips waiting for the 50, but the 32 better. 32 is just better overall. Getting rejected by the cloud. Look at this. 1, 2, then 3 attempts and rejected. Not in a trade. I think you should go ahead. Either if you didn't get out of it and did this, just hold the trade, or you can re-enter when you see wick and see the fallout of the cloud. You should maybe have a little something. We waited that long, didn't do anything, and just saw this. It's sitting at 45, but it's not a real move yet. It's gonna go back up. Yeah, I mean, yep. It did. It went back in cloud, you got to close it. Outside the cloud, you can buy. Or wait for the pull, wait for the retest. Now it's going down. If it leaves it open, you buy the breakout. Because this is what you want to do. You want to, so when you see this being left open, that means, and it does this, it breaks above this, or this. I mean, that's a bigger confirmation, really. See, look, it's better off. Look, the bigger confirmation. When it breaks through, that's when you know it's a strong trend. But look, this held it in, and it was able to go back to the 3.8, but this, let's let the rest of this is open. When it bounces off the 618, which is right here, you can buy this. You can buy that, and then it fall back into the cloud, you get out the trade. You wouldn't be holding it all the way back here. Now it closed it. I would be looking for a bounce down here or something. There's no DB showing on this time frame. So it's just, you can't get in if you don't see the double bottom. Maybe it's appeared on another time frame, probably. Back in the cloud, it might fall out. It's going through a big doorway, man. It's going to end up on top. There it is, on top. Now it's got knocked back down. Harmonic pattern, but it's inside of red. Not going to work out. And it tumbles. Tumble, tumble, tumble. When you see these, okay? When you see these, the trend is strong. When you see these happen and it doesn't go here like this, like that, and it just does this, that means the trend is strong going downwards. Same thing for the bearish on the opposite side. It breaks out. Now those allow you to buy. I mean, a lot of these I'll have targets set, so people would know. Some of them, sometimes they trade with no target. But yeah, so you see this, you know the trend is strong. Breakdown, it's just too strong for this. Strong trends get shorted. Big uptrends get bought. This would have been a nice break for you. Nice little breakout right there. Either this, yeah, it depends on how it's laid. This one or that one right there. Just put the averages on. Average, you'd be up 200 pips. Trading those harmonic breakouts. Harmonic breakouts. Oh, now we got a double bottom. So let's see what happens. If it breaks the double bottom, I like to see it test the 618 to this part. It's breaking it. Yeah, it's broken. It's broken it. Down we go. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Below the cloud. Short, you're already at 342 pips. $415 pips. 446 pips. 769 pips. Now you're talking. Look at that. Look at that. It just reacted. So now at this point, I can't stop it. Trying to stop it. At this point, now you're going to move this thing here, the top right there, measure that spike. That thing comes out of there, you're out of the trade at this point. Here, and it closed right here, you're out of this right here. That's closed right there, just like that, overlapping. Done. So you made yourself a good 300 something pips. So remember that. Break down. Below the cloud, sell. Above the cloud, buy, right? Harmonic patterns allow you to see other things. Allows you to see market structure. Allows you to see what is going on with the trade. I'll close this. Excuse me. And you guys have the study course materials for the specifics on these and whatnot. All right, very detailed. All right, join the course. Want to make sure you guys that have not been with me, that have not traded with me, get in the program. We have a 30-day trial, 30-day trial period. Okay. You can try this for free for 30 days. If you don't like it, you don't have to join. All right. But if you love it, you gotta join. No, all right. So I'll see you guys in the future. See you guys on the next one. I enjoyed that. We're gonna do more of these. We're gonna pick other pairs. Maybe I'll do a different time frame. But I mean, one is the time frame I really work from. Maybe we'll do like a 4. I don't know. But for now, this is what we're doing. I'll be doing chart replays. So I mean, this one ended up nice and good at the 700 move, 700 pip move on a breakdown of the bullish pattern. The trend was too strong, so we went ahead and shorted the breakdown from there and stayed in it underneath the Ichimoku cloud. So, all right, so I'm out of here. There's a whole lot more to this. Whole lot more. This is just a little tip of the iceberg of what you will learn with us. I'm Aaron Truth. This is KOFXS. Peace.